Welcome, guys, to GW3 Voices to Talk Show. I am the one and the only Renee Noor, your host, and I'm so excited for this week's episode, guys. Not only am I excited for this week's episode, it has been already an amazing, phenomenal month. This is a special day, though. This is a special day. What we're going to be doing every month is not only we're going to be recapturing our experiences throughout the entire shows. But one of the greatest things that we're going to be doing each month, we're going to be bringing the Global Women Wealth Warriors, the GW3 Club, right here in the studio so we can have an amazing recap of the month. Oh, I'm so excited. And you know why? My goodness, these are phenomenal women that have traveled all over the world that will be joining me right here on the set tonight. And I cannot hardly wait. I'm Renee Noor. Not only am I Renee Noor, I am the founder of the Global Women Wealth Warriors, and I can hardly get ready. Oh my God, we have the amazing ladies that's going to be joining us. But you know what? How about this? Join us for these, I would say, a little bit of a show you a little bit more about who we are with the Global Women Wealth Warriors, and we'll be right back. I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar.
Well, we want to welcome you to Voices, the talk show with none other than your host, Renee Noor. She is the founder and the creator of the GW3 Global Club as the Global Women Wealth Warriors Club on Clubhouse. Her members are passionate about positively impacting the lives of women and girls while also enriching men to reach an abundance lifestyle, a lifestyle gained through financial literacy, learning new currency, and maintaining healthy eating for wellness. Renee is a global keynote speaker, an award-winning international model, a marathon runner, an award-winning golfer, among too many other awards and accolades for me to mention in this hour that we're going to be on Voices. Now I want you to put your hands together and flash those mics on Clubhouse for the beautiful one, for the legend, for the intelligent mentor, for the champion, just to mention a few, the woman herself, the legend, none other than Renee Noor.
Woo! You already know. I love that, Pastor Jeff. Pastor Jeff, how are you doing? You look so smashing today, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you doing today, Pastor Jeff?
I'm wonderful, Renee, and you are looking stunning as usual. That black and red is fire.
Oh, well, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm so grateful. Thanks to KG Collections, the one and only Miss Karen Geddes. You know, she's one of our amazing sponsors for the GW3 Voices Talk Show, and I'm just loving this. Oh my goodness, it feels so great and yummy as well. So thanks, Pastor Jeff, for that. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Renee, we've had some phenomenal guests this month. We've had her stories with Jennifer X. Newman. We've had great music with winner of The Voice himself, Manny Cobble. And then we had beautiful spoken word by none other than Dr. Lolita E. Walker. And of course, we have wisdom with Shafat. I can't wait. I know the show is going to be fire tonight. And then the special guest for tonight is we've got the GW3 women right there in the studio with you.
Absolutely, Pastor Jeff. You know, like you said, the time has gone by so fast. And when I reflect on all of those amazing voices that we've been able to extract off of the clubhouse to bring it into the houses of millions of viewers, I'm just so excited. And my goodness, yes, this week, not only are we going to be joined by some of those phenomenal global warrior women right prior to us leaving to go to Africa, Pastor Jeff, right prior to that. So I'm excited. I'm looking so forward to bringing the great energy to the set this week.
Absolutely. Renee, why don't you tell our listeners where you headed to in Africa this time?
Ooh. Well, Pastor Jeff, like they say, sometimes you have to go the second time around. Yes. Well, of course, we ended up last year in December in Zanzibar, Tanzania. And as of March, from the 5th through the 9th, we will be returning back to Zanzibar, Tanzania for the Pan African Women Empowerment Summit. And guess what, Pastor Jeff? This
What,
time,
Renee?
oh, I'm bringing more women back with me. Oh my goodness. That part is so important, guys. You know, last year we traveled and I actually brought one of my amazing, fabulous Ebony Fashion Fair models with us. That was Miss Tanya Deshay. And this year we have over 8 of our phenomenal global women wealth warriors is going to be joining us. And we are looking so forward to uniting with all of those amazing women from all over the world that's going to be there.
Absolutely. That 8, I think some people say that 8 is the number of new beginnings. And I believe you have created new beginnings in Africa with the Global Wealth Women Warriors and what the projects that you're doing over there. You want to tell us a little bit about the project that you're working on this time?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, Pastor Jeff, you know, after leaving from, Africa, I must say it was such a beautiful space to just really find peace and tranquility. It's such an innocence that Africa had. And during our visit, we had the opportunity of not only, working alongside with, the powerful women that's really making things happen in Africa, but we were also able to connect with some of those, we would call them the voiceless warriors. So we're able to not only identify some of those ladies that's from the seamstress alongside with, I guess you would call them also the local designers, farmers, also the craft ladies that's doing so many great things. And I'm looking forward to what we're doing with this year, right? With 2022, we're going to be impacting 20 of those phenomenal women. Not only are we going to be bringing them sewing machines. That's right, Pastor Jeff. We're raising to bring sewing machines back to them, as well as giving them the opportunity to set up exhibits so therefore they can sell some of their products and goods to just really empower them. And I'm grateful, so grateful, and I'll say this also, Pastor Jeff, those ladies were so humbling. I remember how much they were looking so forward to just, meeting me, but I was looking so much more forward to meeting them. And I love the fact that they had these beautiful smiles on their faces. So I'm looking forward to reuniting back with them and bringing some of the other warriors with us as well. We're going to be bringing clothes, we're bringing shoes, we're bringing so much. Oh my goodness, so many things to help to empower them. Dr. Jamesia, she's also provided us with some great journals for the ladies. We have books thanks to Bridget Pfeiffer, as well as so many others are just pouring into us. So I just want to let everybody know, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate your efforts in just really supporting this particular mission that we're doing for Zanzibar, Tanzania. Thank you so very much, Pastor Jeff, for asking.
Absolutely, Renee. That's a wonderful thing. Women pouring into women and teaching global sustainability, helping them to bring up their economy and use their skills of sewing and being able to put on the exhibits and to create wealth for themselves. That's a wonderful thing, and it's noteworthy. And I can't wait until I see you there and to see you when you get back.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, you know how we're going to do it. We're going to not only capture all the moments live while we're doing our travel, we're going to make sort of like a mini movie. And each one of the traveling ladies, we have ladies coming in from Canada, we have ladies coming in from South Carolina, North Carolina, alongside with Africa, Ethiopia, South Africa, from all over the world for this event here. Over 40 different exhibitors. We have over 23 different delegates from right across the globe. And my goodness, I'm looking so forward to kicking it off with my African Pride fashion show. That's right. We're going to be doing an amazing fashion show as well, Pastor Jeff. So there's so many great moving components, and I am so thankful that the president of Tanzania will also be blessing us as well with this project. Thanks to Miss B, alongside with Miss Farah, as well as Miss Likeness. When people don't understand, when we put together these type of productions, it's not just one person. It really takes the village in order to
Yes.
really fulfill these visions, while we're propelling our dreams. So I'm just so grateful to have such amazing women that's right there in Africa. And guess what? Pastor Jeff, we've already got invitations to take this opportunity to Senegal, as well as
Wow,
Dubai and
Renee.
other markets as well.
I tell you what, the ancient text says your gift will make room for you. And it sounds like a mini documentary in the making, Renee. What do you think?
I already see it as well, Pastor Jeff. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and I'm just grateful. Even with some of the ladies who've been on this episode, throughout our tapings, thanks to her stories with Miss Jen, as well as remember Bernadette was one of those great stories that she
Yeah.
just captured, and she talked about the whole legacy and the ancestors even when she was doing her expression in her dance and her movement. So, that just really resonated so much with our soul. And I am looking forward to not only bringing our global warriors there, but I'm also looking forward to bringing some of that energy back from Zanzibar, Tanzania.
Absolutely, Renee. It was so moving. It hit you right down in the bones and in the soul. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And I believe we've got a little bit of that coming in our recap for the month, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do. Like you said, Jennifer Newman has done an amazing job and being able to not only bring that amazing synergy with women all over the globe right into, they've kind of like were able to find their freedom. They were able to find true expression just by telling their stories. And Jennifer has done an amazing job as a photographer, a videographer, but also many documentation of her stories. And it was not only an opportunity for us to get to know Jennifer, But my goodness, she's bringing us over 65 women to the platform. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of each and every last one of the ladies. So Pastor Jeff, you know what? I'm so ready to get started for this week's episode to bring all of those beautiful ladies out with us. You know, I'll share with you, Pastor Jeff, we have some amazing ladies that's going to be joining us with this week's episode. Not only do we have Miss Stephanie Kennedy, she's one of those multi-millionaire real estate gurus. We also have Malika Starr, best-selling author. Oh my
Yes.
God, be joining us. And my very own blood, that's right, my blood cousin, Miss Yvette Searson, will be on the panel guest. And we even have a big surprise also. We even have the chair of the Global Women Wealth Warriors, Miss Lolita Anderson, that's going to be joining us later on in the program as well.
I can't wait, Renee. Let's hear those marvelous voices.
I know. Well, Pastor Jeff, I love you. Thank you so very much for what you do in bringing GW3 Voices, the talk show, to life each week. And I'm looking forward to hearing back from you later on.
Absolutely, Renee. And you know we love you right back.
Yes. So next, guys, we're going to show you the one and the only clip from her stories, the mini documentary. And you know what? Look forward to seeing, we'll be having my special guest that's going to be joining us afterwards. But enjoy the series from our one and only Miss Jennifer Axe with her stories.
This work, it went down roads I never expected. It has been cathartic, challenging, and absolutely one of the most wonderful things I've ever done in my life.
I feel your work is not just the stories and the relatability, it's opening compassion.
Thank you for just listening to my story and giving me the opportunity to express it.
Really, when you allow yourself to experience the emotion rather than just speak on it, but be in your body to experience it, it's giving yourself a whole different level of attention.
I feel so honored. I really do. And I feel like it just kind of validates my journey and the path that I'm on, the path of healing. It's like fertilizer that's just helping me to continue to grow.
Being able to share like the reality of the struggle and the pain, like these stories, none of them are the same for these women, Jen. Like, it's so incredible, and every story has so much power in it, like revolutionary type power, where someone's watching and they're like, oh, I'm not alone. I'm not, you too. Like, thank you.
It's like opening people up to themselves. It's this embodied peace that the world needs right now. For where I am in my life and wanting to step out, this is a great start, actually. No, I think you're doing an amazing thing. Yeah.
Welcome, 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 guys. Oh my goodness. What an amazing documentary, thanks to her stories, Miss Jennifer Axe Zuman. And lo and behold, look who I have joining us today, guys. We have the amazing, the phenomenal, the Global Women Wealth Warriors. I absolutely love it, guys. We have the one and only Miss Stephanie Kennedy. Hello. Hello. We have Miss Malika Starr, as well as my true blood cousin, that lady over there, Miss Yvette Searson. How are you guys doing? Oh my God. Amazing. How are you? I'm so grateful, guys. So grateful. You know, it's amazing how much time has gone by since we started with GW3 Voices, the talk show. And I'm so glad once a month, we're going to be bringing our global warriors to recap our experiences, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, yes.
from the clubhouse to your house. Guys, we've had an incredible month. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Have we made some major accomplishments though?
Major. It's been amazing.
Yeah, so share with us a little bit what have we been able to do? You know, my cousin will tell you, I know we don't sleep anymore, right?
We have slept enough. We'll sleep later in life, but right now we got business to handle. Wake up. That's the whole thing. You know, it starts at about 4:30. The message, no, sometimes it's 3. Sometimes I get up in the middle of the night, I'm like, Renee just sent me a message, it's 3 o'clock. When does she sleep? She must be a vampire. Renee doesn't sleep.
I do sleep upside down like a bat.
Right. 1 hour. I know. It's unreal.
I'll catch her around 10 o'clock and she's like, I'm fading. Yes. Or I'm in the middle of a conversation and I'm like, Renee, okay, take a nap and I'll call you in an hour. Yeah. But you best believe when you call her in that hour, she's like, bing! Yep, let's go.
And she's probably done 10 things already.
15. But that's okay. That's all right. You know what's so great? I love to see how we've been evolving as a team. You know, I think what's happened to the relationships that's really being able to foster during this time. Absolutely. You know, I'm grateful, you know, like you being able to now work on your book. Oh my goodness, come on now.
I'm so excited. I'm very excited to be working on my book.
Yes.
That's something that I started this month in our month of intention.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I'm working on my book and I'm excited. And it's going to go from a book to a program to who knows what else. And then wherever else it will evolve to. So that's my one thing that I really push is getting intentional about my book because I have maybe 3 inside that I got to pull out. Right. And so when you were telling me that you help to write books and you're you have a publisher.
Yeah, I am a publisher.
You're a publisher, right? And so, okay. That's the amazing part of our sisterhood is as we get to know each other, and we get to just tap in and lean into what you have to offer. So I'm excited to know that you're already a published author. So I'll be leaning on you for ideas on what my next steps and some things to help me out. But so I'm excited about that, and I was glad to know that you're a published author. I'm just like,
Liz gonna have to
Liz,
give
the
her
story's
book.
amazing.
So now that you know better, right? Now that you know, because that's the name of the book. Now that you know better.
Okay.
And so Stephanie, when we leave up out of here, this book will be to you. I know it says my copy, but okay, copy.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll give you a copy of Now That I Know Better, so that you can actually see my style of writing, and you will be able to see how I put this book together and how we can put your book together.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's amazing. Yes. Thank you, sis. Look at that.
And one of the great things that all of the global warriors, not only they're going to become first-time authors or second-time authors or even 3-time authors, we're going to make sure we get these stories, like you said, inside, outside, because it doesn't really serve anybody any good with everything inside. So we're going to make sure we get all these gifts out. That's right. Yes, and our publisher in the house.
From your head to the
our
in-house
publisher.
Yes.
Okay. Right, and we're showing people how to get their ebooks ready. So if you're not ready to write your big giant book, we're coaching and we're showing people how to get those ebooks ready. Renee is going to have her ebook coming out soon. And Yvette will have hers coming out. So this has just been amazing, this whole process, and really being intentional about what we do and how we do it and how we show up. Absolutely. And we have nothing but our Queen Renee to thank for that. Right. Yeah. But you know what it is? You guys inspire me. You all inspire me each and every day. And as we wake up to really keep holding ourselves accountable, you know, we move out our mess around the day, so therefore we could find our miracles, baby. Okay?
That's right.
Yes. And we're so grateful that Mr. Tim's story. Was that not the best book? I mean, I know we had 10X, and 10X was great, and nothing from Grant Cardone, but this one right here, he broke it down. He used scriptures. Yes. He said, okay, this is the practical. Okay, now here's the messy part.
Right. Yeah.
But then this is how we clean out the messy part, and we got our plan of action.
Right. This is how we fix it.
And this is how we fix it.
Yes.
And you already know we grew up with the scriptures all day.
All day long.
Okay.
Every day of the week.
Yes.
go back to that because, honey, without faith in these times, it's impossible to do anything because it's so trying and it's so much distraction that if we don't have our faith and a foundation to hold on to in these times, then what do you have to hold on to?
Right.
That's why so many people are just like, I think just,
They're
drifting.
You know, they said that
They're
all the
literally
time.
They're drifting.
They're
Right.
drifting. I think right now what we're being able to realize, the movie 1999, The Matrix, it's really where we are, right? And not only are we in this present time matrix, it's like a whole new shift of paradigm. And when you see people walking on the streets, they're literally like they're walking just to be existing.
Yeah.
When you find your true purpose, and as you said, that intentionality, you can literally see your eyes are just much more clear.
Absolutely.
And you really see it's like what we used to do in our 20s and 30s don't even serve us today anymore.
Well, Renee, it's like, we talk about the scriptures all the time.
Yes.
And the Bible says that faith without works is dead.
So you have to put the work.
You have to put the work. And so there's no way you could be a part of the GW3 organization or a part of even Clubhouse and not understand that you have to work. You have to prepare.
Well, you know what?
You have to make it happen.
I learned about Clubhouse. Clubhouse will force you to get your stuff together. It will force you to have that website done. It will force you to have that book you talking about.
And then Renee will reinforce what they force.
Absolutely. Because she'll call you and say, what was your goal? Wait a minute. And don't come with this little goal. I said, well, I don't think I'm due $10,000. She said, no. That's too small. Where's your $1 billion goal? Where's your
global women warriors.
Exactly.
Well,
So Stephanie just let me know she's going to Africa with Renee. Yes, she's going to Africa. I cannot wait. Oh my God. Yeah, but you are a global woman already because you've traveled to Africa.
I have
many times.
I love Africa. It's such an amazing continent. I've been to Senegal. I've been to Nigeria, Ghana, Cape Verde. I've been to Morocco.
Yes.
I've been to the Gambia, Guinea-Bissau.
Oh yes.
I love Africa. It's just amazing. But this is going to be my first time going to East Africa, and I'm so excited. So I haven't been on that side, and this will be my first trip.
It's so wonderful.
It's so
we're gonna get the kids' passports so that next year we can bring the kids and go because they'll be teenagers. And so they got if they can start seeing the world now. Just think about the impact they'll make going forward, and they will be global warriors as well. And that is awesome.
And even our kids remain in their 20s.
Yeah,
we need to bring them with us next time as well.
Absolutely.
All my kids have been in Africa.
Yes, I absolutely love it. Well, we go to Dubai. Oh my God. Well, Dubai is going to be our annual trip. That's going to be one of those babies that we're going to do annually. And I know, like, with some of the things that we have outlined for us in regarding to seeing ourselves in 2040, that's the vision, 2040, right? So what we're doing, we're laying down that foundation, like you say, for our kids, but really for our grandkids. We just came back from Dubai, and here we are getting ready to go back over to Dubai once we finish up with Africa. But I'm just grateful that now that God has placed us in alignment with others who want to enlarge their vision. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful blessing. And going back to those scriptures, isn't there one that says, enlarge my territory? Enlarge my territory.
Enlarge your vision and your territory.
That's right.
So you got to think big. We have to think so often just because of our mindset, right? So we think like here, like we thinking about Atlanta, Georgia. Like, what are we going to do here in Atlanta? What is our impact that we're going to make here? But through our travels and through our connections, then now what we're doing is we have enlarged our vision and our territory, and we'll continue to. And it's important, but you got to travel outside of this, outside of our local space to even be able to enlarge your vision, to see it from another perspective, because there's so much that we have to offer as, as our community. And then as our community grows, because we've now taken this community at GW3 and we have enlarged it. And now we have our sisterhood that we're going to see in Tanzania.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and one of the things I'll share, wherever you are in the world, it's okay to start local, but you want to definitely grow globally.
Yes.
One of the greatest things that brought us all together, well, I wouldn't say brought us all together, but definitely this beauty here, because Clubhouse has been an amazing audio app that has connected so many rich relationships. And because of Clubhouse, not only have Malika and I found each other, I found, friends in Tanzania. We found friends in Paris, alongside London.
Right.
Yes, and now that's a part of our tour for 2022. Okay. God is so, so great. But one of the other things too, one of our authors, since we're talking about authors, we have the opportunity of speaking with Dr. Lolita E. Walker.
Right.
Okay. Now, can we talk? Can we talk?
Yes.
So actually, Dr. Lolita and I shared a stage together for a women's empowerment seminar hosted by Christina Blake in the DMV when I was in Washington, D.C. And then I got on this app and I was like, Lolita E. Walker. We've already shared a stage. So we shared a physical stage before Clubhouse, and then Clubhouse reunited us. And I'm so excited about where God is taking her and her book launch of poetry, and just her being one of the Global Women Wealth Warriors. Is she coming in August? She's coming in August, but guess what? What? We're going to be with her in April. Where? We're going to DC. One of the things that we're going to do also, we're going to go to the African Museum as well. It's a beautiful.
Wow.
I've been there.
I haven't been. I haven't been there. No. Oh, I'm so excited.
From the basement to the top floor, it is amazing. The pleasure of interviewing Dr. Lolita E. Walker, and we have a clip. Okay, guys, let's take a look at that beautiful clip with Dr. Lolita E. Walker. We've already given her a new name, okay? Because we've already seen her.
Us know how did your journey even begin, Lolita? Because I know there's a story there.
There is. I was raised in Washington, D.C., in Southeast Washington, D.C., and we eventually moved to Maryland, which is not, right there over the border. And I was raised by my father's Jamaican. He's since passed. And my mother is from Virginia, the south of Virginia, in Suffolk, Virginia. And I was raised in a loving family, high expectations. If you have Caribbean parents or know folks from Caribbean households, you know that nothing is easy. The expectations are very high. And I love school. So as I matriculated into Morgan State University, which is a historically Black college and university, I was also held to very high expectations because we were always reminded that we might be looked at very differently when we leave. And so you will know it, you will know everything that's needed to succeed in where I wanted to go, which was the corporate field, and wherever it was that you had greater aspirations. So I'm an industrial engineer by trade. I was able to have amazing internships and went to Boston to start my career. And I stayed with the same company for almost 20 years. And within that company, I worked on 3 major brands. And I probably had about 7 different roles within that company. But when I left, I was in a senior leader role. And I was fortunate to be able to be managing North America new products and innovation for delivery. And that was so great. I've learned so much through my corporate experience. And that's why I talk to people about unwritten rules. That's why I remind you, because I've been an only at the decision-making table before. I've been an only and felt lonely before. I've not known the unwritten rules and been in a meeting and said some crazy stuff that I wish somebody would have said, hey. But I also had a sponsor and I had mentors in the organization. So because you show up is when people can talk on behalf of you when you're not in a room. And I've been lucky, not even lucky, I've been privileged to have people be able to see the greatness that is inside of me. So the work that I do is literally reaching in to others, to power women just like you, and pulling out all of that greatness that I see. Because you've heard this a million times, maybe some of the listeners haven't, but I am the greatness that others have yet to see. And sometimes that includes myself. That means a couple of things. One is, just because the person that I want to see my greatness doesn't see it, doesn't mean I don't show up. It's their loss. They just can't see it yet. We're going to keep on going. And the other thing, Renee, is that just because we don't see the greatness in ourselves yet doesn't mean you don't. And I will say, Renee, sometimes you've come to me and you've said, hey, I see this in you. I'm going to help you manifest this doctor title. You want to be a doctoral student? You want to graduate to be Dr. Lolita E. Walker? Guess what? I'm going to place you in that position now. You walk, talk, and behave that way. Let's go. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautiful.
Guys, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead on and say cheers to Dr. Lolita E. Walker. We cannot wait to see you in DC and also joining us for our 5th annual Power to Soar Leadership Conference that we will be having in Atlanta. Last year we had an amazing time, right?
Oh, that Porsche experience was amazing. How fast did your car go?
Girl.
My car went at 107.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what was so great this year, or last year, that was our first time actually empowering men alongside with the women. During the whole clubhouse, what we did was 31 days of fashion. And during that 31 days of fashion, not only were we able to find voices from all over, but also we found voices of men.
Yes.
And with those voices of men, we realized they were in need more than we were.
And they're still with us.
And they're still with us. They come and hang out.
Yes.
And did you notice Coach Tony he pops in now?
Yes.
I mean, that's awesome.
We have some phenomenal men. Thanks
We
to
do.
Mark
Jeff
Nelson. Yes.
Jeff
Martin. One of my dear loves that's over there in Dallas, but originally from Australia. Brian told a very powerful story too.
Yes.
He almost brought me to tears.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So we're looking forward to seeing all of those guys coming back, and let's talk about our Pastor Jeff.
Pastor Jeff is amazing.
Ooh, my goodness.
Cheers,
Pastor
Pastor
Jeff.
It's communion, Pastor Jeff.
Did you hear how I dropped my voice so it sound like Pastor Jeff?
I heard you in the verse.
Yes.
I think we all need one of those new microphones.
Yes.
I think so. But he's a phenomenal DJ as well.
He is the king of resets.
Yes. He knows what to say and how to say it. And he knows the perfect song to play.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? That's important when you really know your gifts. Pastor Jeff is a man of wisdom. He's definitely charismatic, but he really pays attention. And he listens.
He does. And it's sort of like Lolita was saying, your presence should be made known, even if you're not in the room and don't show up. People know that you're there because of something that you left there.
Exactly.
So that's how Pastor Jeff is, and we really appreciate you.
Really appreciate you, Pastor Jeff.
And speaking about men, okay, when you think about another man of wisdom, we've had the opportunity to not only have Mr. Shafat from Dubai to join us. Oh my God.
That's the Godfather.
He really is.
I'm going to call him the Godfather.
No, you need to listen to the replay when he graced that room. The whole atmosphere shifted. Yes. And he poured wisdom. It was like, get your notebook, your pen, your pad, and just, first of all, his voice was so calm and mellow. But then he pulled the word. He gave you practical steps on how to execute your movement and manifest the life. And then he offered us dinner. Absolutely. I appreciate Mr. Shafat. Not only do I appreciate Mr. Shafat, I call him Mr. Shafat. He is definitely poured into the Global Women Wealth Warriors. After we hit 20,000 followers, he's now our brand marketing strategist. And so we had the opportunity of interviewing Shafat as well. So you know what? He's so engulfed into women empowerment. He's so passionate about that. So why don't we do this? Let's enjoy this piece here from the man himself, Mr. Shafai.
The Godfather.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, that whole transition for women equality. Oh my goodness, that was powerful for me.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about it. You know, woman equality in Islamic countries, it has very much been always there. If you look at the religious text, Islam gives a lot of power to women, and it's very empowering. I mean, imagine when if you read the text in Quran, you know, it first advises the men to lower their gazes out of respect when they see a woman. So forget about opening the door of the car and letting the woman go first. They actually say that you need to lower your gaze as men when you see a woman, and you know, so on and so forth. Uh, women being equal, women being the trustee and the confidant of your home, your household, and work. And if you look at the 1400-year history, I mean, the first wife, God bless her, our mother, Khadija, she was a businesswoman that Muhammad, peace be upon him, got married to, you know? So we need to understand that these women and his own blessed wives have been with him as for nursing, for business, for work, for trade, on expeditions, and so much more. So the role of women defined in Islam is just phenomenally beautiful. It's very unfortunate that almost every single religion has exploited certain things that they have put completely out of the context for their political and economic and power gain. And just, you know, twisting the meaning of what's out there and overcomplicating what has been essentially simplified and has been made natural. So what we see, I mean, there is no Islamic country which actually would ban a woman to drive. I mean, Pakistan is an Islamic republic, and women have been driving and doing business from day one. And Dubai is so, Qatar is so, but Saudi had a certain religious, you know, school of thought, which I truly respect as well. But I think it's a little too stringent, which over the time we've understood that yes, it doesn't make sense. So we need to understand that there's a transition, just like, you know, many years ago in the United States, it was decided that, okay, the church is separate and the state is separate. So I think that's the kind of thing that we need to understand, that you can't really mix like religious into politics and politics into business and religion into business or business into religion, and you know, and cultures into religion and cultures into politics and cultures into business. So we need to understand that these are all separate social identities which stand alone as pillars that really hold the roof above us, what is known as humanity. Each one of them is a pillar to support the grand concept of peace and love for humanity. So
Oh my goodness, we absolutely love you, Shafai.
Cheers.
Cheers to the grandfather.
The Godfather.
Yes. You know, what is so great about that? You know, when you truly love yourself, you know, we talk about that all the time. When you love yourself, it really helps you not only to love others, but you show true love in business as well.
Absolutely.
And when you can work in with integrity, you know, coming from a place of strength, as well as you know, just looking for ways to constantly pour the greatness out of each human being. That's the pure essence of our, you know, our being, our spiritual being.
Yeah,
You know?
and I remember him talking about knowing himself, not only loving himself, but getting to know who he is. And he talked about as a little boy how they went away, remember?
Yes.
And because I think, Malika, you asked, how'd you become so wise? Was that you?
I probably was.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to know about wisdom
And
at
he
all
said
costs.
he went away and he was poured into and he learned wisdom. And you were like, I didn't know you could learn wisdom. Oh yeah, you can be taught these things. And so discipline is something that is a part of who he is. And then the love, he talked about the love of his mother and how he will stop everything to go and see his mother.
He did say that.
Every day. If he's not there, he calls her every day.
Yes. And you know, when you really have that type of affection for your family as well as yourself, you're going to have stronger relationships with business.
That's right.
And that's one of the things I think we've been missing.
Care.
And I think that's the blessing
It's the
that
care.
comes on with that care. Like you said, I personally handle my client, my personal referrals. I don't pass them off to
I
other
just told
people.
you that, right?
You just said
Yeah.
that. You said I handle my
about taking care
Because
of
you have
each
to.
person.
10x.
But it comes from building your foundation with love and integrity.
Yes.
Because if you don't let, not just yourself, but for other people, for family members, then you operate in a different way because you're conscious and you're thinking about people like, oh, if that was my sister, my cousin, my mom, my dad, my uncle, my brother, my son, then how would I want them to be treated by an individual that they were doing business with? And that comes from care and compassion. And so when you carry that kind of love, compassion, then yes, it's demonstrated in your business, but you also have to couple that with the integrity.
Yes.
Right. And to be able to walk in that. And then when you can do that, and like you said, we're missing that in today's society on how we operate in business and with one another. But we can just foster and build better business, better relationships, better families when we operate from that place of love and integrity.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks to Amelia Antonetti. Her book, The Recipe. And it's all about the relationships. You know, every week with the Breakfast with Champions, she pours into us. And not only does she pours into us, she's so intentional, but she's very serious about relationships. And when you understand relationships are really all that we have, right? This woman here, oh my God, I had the pleasure of meeting her in New York City when we did the Breakfast with Champions with, of course, Glenn Lundy. Absolutely love you, Glenn Lundy. Yes. Cheers. It's because of Glenn Lundy that we have the relationship with Amelia Antonetti. And you know, she really is so, like you said, careful about her relationships, protective about relationships. And what people don't understand, you know, if I'm going to pour into you, come on now, it has to be that reciprocation as well.
Absolutely, yes.
If we're going to take the time to call you, that's not something we do all the time. So you got to really understand certain things that, put it this way, the superheroes, the ones that do the extraordinary, don't take those things for granted.
The super she.
The
super
And as a behaviorist, that's something that she does, you know, making sure we understand the behaviors, what's behind the reason you did what you did.
Those intentions.
Those intentions.
Yes.
What causes you to do those things. And the fact that she knows this and she gets paid for it, but she gives it to us free.
Right.
Absolutely. All you have to do is wake up.
Well, you know what I would say? It's not free because nothing in life is free.
It's not free.
That word right there. But then
what happens is now you're accountable to what you know.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because now that you know better, you don't have any excuse to fail.
Exactly.
What she does, she do it from her heart.
Yeah.
And the Breakfast with Champions, you have moderators who literally love what they do. And when they do it, they literally are bringing that heart to everything that you do. When you think about the Justins, oh my goodness, he just dropped the mic all of the time. Yes. I mean, wait, Bill Hauser. Oh my goodness. Bill? Oh. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. You know, Kimberly Walsh Phillips. She has helped us so much with just how, as business owners, how you're supposed to just correspond in relationships with emails, following up. The key to any relationships is to follow through. The follow up and the follow through.
It is.
Yes.
And
It's
that's
so
true.
important.
What about my friend David?
Oh, David Hill. Oh, David
Hill.
Hill. Both of the Davids are great.
Both of them are.
Yes. Oh my God.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Both of them.
And Brian Benstock.
And
Oh,
yes. Ramon Ray. He's
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, he set you on fire. He's so awesome. Like, I've been in business. I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. And every day I get on Breakfast with Champions, I don't care if it's 10 minutes.
Yes.
I learned something new to move the needle in my business to implement.
Yes.
But it takes the implementation to see the change, right?
Right.
And so when that works, when you get
Yes.
those, there you go. So when they drop those nuggets and you can quickly catch them, like, I can't stay on maybe like for 2 hours sometimes, but sometimes I can. But when you get those nuggets and you implement them to move the needle in your business, because that's what we're trying to do.
That's right.
Those gems,
Reinforced
Yes.
by Renee Noor.
so amazing because she holds you accountable.
Yes.
She's like, what did you do? Are you on top of it? What do you need? Did you do this? Did you do that?
You have your rise and grind journal.
Did you say
read this chapter?
Did you say
try? No, we don't try. We don't try.
We do.
We have a fearless leader here, guys. She's so amazing.
Queen of the warriors. And she leads the way. But you know what she does? She leads by example. She doesn't just say do it. She says do as I do. Follow the leader. You know what I mean? She wants you to implement.
Do you remember somebody said she is the energy drink?
Yes. I know. He gave me the energy drink. Yes.
Pastor Terrence called Renee the energy drink.
That's serious.
Have a sip. Yes.
And it's so fitting. It is so
Oh my God. Well, you know, guys, as we continue building towards not only how we are preparing ourselves for our, not only our future, our legacy, we are helping others also to identify what their true purpose is, because some people are still lost.
That's right.
And in our journey to Africa, as well as just even around town, I'm grateful to have some of those other warriors that's not able to be with us, but they're always here with us in spirit.
Yes,
always.
Bridget Pfeiffer. Not only is Bridget Pfeiffer one of our sponsors for the African trip, guys, we're gonna help crown yourself, right?
Yes.
We're turning those
Amazing.
crowns back to where they belong.
Right.
Okay? And those are one of the gifts that we're gonna be giving to the girls, the pillars of living a better life. In addition to that, Dr. Jamesia have these women planners. I know. Yes, isn't that amazing? Oh my God. Guys, I'm just so grateful to have so many people. Oh, so sorry. No. I'm so grateful to have so many to just pour into us. And these are just some of the small things, but you know what? They're very large because they're doing it from their heart. And I truly, truly appreciate that. You know, we had one of our other males to join us, join our segment with the 31 Days of Fashion. Yes. And I want to bring this giant up because not only was Mr. Manny Cabo a special treat, right? He was so amazing. I would love, not only, the fact of the matter is, you know, Manny Cabo was on The Voice. How about that? The Voice. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, so he's an amazing artist.
And he's from New Jersey.
And from New Jersey.
And he's from New Jersey.
So I had the opportunity of meeting him right there in New York City for the Breakfast with Champions fashion show. I'm grateful that he did a 360. You know, during the COVID, we had to go through some hardship. You know, unfortunately, he lost his father. He literally lost everything also. And with the flood, exactly. With New Jersey Storm Ida, we were able to have a fundraiser for him right there on the app. And oh my God, he was so humbly grateful for it. He's an author, guys. Now he too is an author, and he's going to be launching his book. And you know what? I had the opportunity of interviewing Manny Cabo as well. So we have a clip from Manny Cabo, and I would love for you guys to enjoy this piece. Okay. And coming back, we'll have one of our special guests, the one and the only, the mayor, Miss Lolita Anderson. Okay? Look, I got 2 glasses.
I don't know where I'm going, but I should know where I've been. Hanging on to promises with the songs of yesterday. 'Cause I know what it means to walk along the lonely street of dreams. And here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk alone, yeah. And I made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk alone, yeah. And I made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again, here I go again, yeah. Here I go.
I've got a feeling this guy's done this before.
I do
don't know what it is.
A little bit.
What's your name, man?
Manny Cabo. I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, so East Coast boy.
Dude, you just literally turned this place into like a hair band concert.
Manny, hearing you sing the crap out of that song specifically ignites me because that's where I come from. I was in a band with 16 and 17-year-old kids when I was at summer camp, and these kids were a lot older than me, and they needed someone to sing high because they were doing Twisted Sister, Guns N' Roses, all these cool songs from back then. And you brought me to a place that is literally the roots of where everything started for me. Aside from that, the power of what you do, the presence of how you perform. And it's shocking to find out you're 45 years old because you look 20, you sound 20, you act 20. Like my heart is pounding right now because I just know all the kinds of great things that we will have in common. Oh God, this is gonna sting if I don't get you on my team because man, do I want you so damn bad.
That's flattering for me, man. Thank you so much.
Who you gonna pick, dude?
This has all been just amazing. Like I got 4 icons staring at me. I mean, this is almost an impossible decision. As far as my choice, I'm gonna pick Adam.
Oh my goodness, that was so amazing. Manny Cabo, we love you, we love you. And my Lord, look who we have here with us right now. My beautiful dear friend. Not only she's my dear friend, but also Ebony Fashion Fair model, alongside with realtor, well, I shouldn't say realtor, but property management. She's the guru when it comes down to that, but you are just a superstar, Miss Lolita Anderson.
That's what they say.
And she is the mayor for the Global Women Wealth Warriors. Okay?
Yes.
I love you.
And I will take that, and
Yes.
it's my pleasure. It is my pleasure.
So how are you doing, beautiful?
We're champions winning on purpose,
I
Renee.
love it.
We are
I love
champions
it.
winning on purpose because champions win on purpose.
Yes. Now you had the opportunity of hearing Mr. Manny Cabo throw down in
Oh,
the
yes.
clubhouse. Wasn't it
Yes,
awesome?
he was amazing.
Yes.
He was
yes.
amazing. He was amazing.
He's just one of those giants that we just truly, truly appreciate. You know, we have been reflecting on what we've been able to accomplish in such a short period of time.
Short period of time.
Yes, and every month the Global Women Wealth Warriors is going to be joining us live with GW3 Voices. And I know right now we have even something even more powerful that's happening. You know, last month.
Yes.
We were with the Black Business Olympics.
Olympics Expo.
Oh my God.
Was that the expo? Yes.
Right. We had over 15 different speakers for
Yes.
Dr. Kelly alongside with Miss
Yes.
Sharon Campbell.
We
Sharon,
appreciate
right,
Dr.
Sharon?
Kelly. His team is
my
amazing.
God.
The producers are amazing.
Yes, I mean, you really did an amazing job.
Well, we just follow directions. We just, a platform like that, it is, again, we thank Dr. Kelly and his team for allowing an opportunity with GW3.
Yes.
And you have just opened up so many opportunities for men, women, and children globally. And I'm excited to be part of that team. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's coming up again.
I heard. I heard.
And I mean, they've been able to capture, they had over 1 million viewers.
I didn't even look at the numbers.
Yes.
I didn't want to get nervous.
Oh,
I just
my
kept going.
goodness. But you did a phenomenal job. Oh my
Well, your cousin Yvette was out there too. I was glad I was coming behind her. I said, thank goodness.
I must say, I'm proud of each and every last one of our speakers. And I'm looking forward to how we're going to be pouring in also for 2022 in March. Because as of March the 21st to the 27th, guess what? We have over 24 speakers with the GW3 family that's going to be there again. And share with everybody, what is the topic you're going to be speaking about?
Oh, my topic is very exciting. It's going to be, is your talent worth the investment? Hashtag the day in life of a champion winning on purpose.
I love it. I love it. Well, you know what? It's so important for us to not only to find our purpose, and like you said, you know, we're not only here for the women, we're here for the men, but it's all about the families right now. We want to restore, rebuild, repair, and baby, for 2022, we want to help you flourish into your next level of greatness.
Yes.
Lolita, share with the fans, share with everyone, how is it so important and why is it so important for us to really not only live in alignment with our vision and our purpose, but also according to God? Why is that so important?
That is important because eventually we are going to be an ancestor. And when you're an ancestor, someone's going to be looking back at us and saying, wow, I can do it. Because look at my amazing aunt, look at my amazing sister, look at my amazing grandmother, whichever one we are. And when you have that footprint that you are intentional about with yourself and with the people that you partner with, which then helps us to do the same thing. That's why it's important, because when you reach one, you win one. And that's so important to remember that, because you may have a woman, a man, a child that sees you. It's not just because of the glam, but it's because what shines in her heart. And that's what saves people out here.
Oh my God. You see why she's the mayor of the Global Women Wealth Warriors. I would say. Well, you know what, guys? We're so grateful for you being able to join us, Ms. Lolita Anderson. And I'm looking forward to seeing not only you blaze those magazines, you got interviews coming up on talk shows.
I saw my calendar, yes. This is her fault.
But you look fabulous, darling. No, she's not trying. She already know 2022. What we don't do, we don't try. We do.
We do. We do.
You are fabulous.
Thank you.
How much have you lost? I gotta know that because you look.
Oh,
great.
I'm about 65 pounds. Seriously, I couldn't believe it. Seriously. And again, you know, we talking about it.
Wow.
When sometimes in life you don't know where you are until you get amongst your own kind again, because you get in the hustle and bustle of life and you're digging. And you pop your head up and be like, oh, hey, everybody. And then everybody helps you remember who your authentic self was. It's not just in the vanity sense, but it's in every aspect of us. And that's why that's so important. To keep surrounding yourself with that circle of people that are in covenant with you in life. In this thing called life.
Like you say, what, iron sharpens iron?
Iron sharpens iron. It
We're not
does.
leaving anybody behind either.
No, and it doesn't feel good when iron sharpens itself. It doesn't. That's not a nice feeling.
It's not a nice one. Well, we're so grateful that you had the opportunity of joining us for this.
Oh, thank you. This is
episode.
awesome.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And I look forward to bringing all the warriors back next month.
That's going to be awesome.
I know.
That's going to be awesome.
You won't be joining us in Africa, but you know what? We need you to keep the fort here.
I'm going to keep the fort here. I need an
Yes,
assignment
okay.
here.
We're going to assignment here.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I will go to that window.
Yes.
I will.
Well, guys, there you have it. We had such an amazing group of amazing women, phenomenal ladies, as well as our one and only Pastor Jeff, which he'll be joining me in wrapping up this week's segment. So before we close out, how about we go and look at one more time of voices? And guys, thank you so very much for being a part of this week's. And we'll be bringing our one and only Pastor Jeff right back with us. Thank you. such an amazing week. Oh, woo! Pastor Jeff, where? Pastor Jeff. Oh,
It's a wonderful time. What a great show, Renee.
oh my goodness. I was just like, oh, the energy was just sensational, you know?
It was. And GW3 women, I tell you what, I must be the luckiest man in the world to be connected to a group like the GW3 women. Look, I went and got I was ready to do my toast.
I love it. Oh, Pastor Jeff, but you know what? I got my glasses to my toes. So here you go, look.
May all of your tomorrows be
Yes.
brighter than your today.
Absolutely, Pastor Jeff. I love that. Absolutely love that. Well, you know, this has been a very powerful week, and I'm so grateful that we've been able to wrap it up with the Global Women Wealth Warriors as we get ready to travel overseas, overseas to that amazing place called Zanzibar, Tanzania. And in our travels, for each person that have to travel from afar, no matter if you're near or if you're far, we just want everyone to be safe and make sure, you come with nothing but love and grace. Oh, Pastor Jeff, you're going to have to join us for our next trip to Africa.
Yes, and for all those who may not be able to travel with you, but want to be a part of the project, a part of the blessing, how can they be a part?
Absolutely. Well, we have everything all on the website, globalwomenwealthwarriors.com. Right at the very home page, you can click on that page. Of course, we have the event showing right there. If you want to make donations to the cause to help us raise those funds for not only the ladies to attend, but also so we can go ahead on and support them with those sewing machines. Because as I share with you guys, it was like 20 women to one sewing machine, which was very disheartening. We want to not only keep pouring love into them, we want them to understand that we appreciate their gifts as well. And we're looking forward to empowering them, inspiring them, but most importantly, helping them to build their legacy right there in Zanzibar, Tanzania. So please go to our website, globalwomenwealthwarriors.com. Again, it's globalwomenwealthwarriors.com. And feel free to click on the link where it says make donations. We accept donations in all different levels. We're here. Feel free to contact us directly at the 1-800 number. We have a 1-888-800-0299, or feel free to email us at info@globalwomenwealthwarriors.com.
Well, Renee, it's been another firecracker show of voices. We had Manny, the voice, on the voice, for the voices. I tell you what, I can't wait till next week. And we're sending you off with God's blessings and with safe travels. And absolutely looking forward to you coming back. And I can't wait for that documentary.
Yes. Well, I'm looking forward to it also. Pastor Jeff, cheers to
Cheers, Renee.
Yes, cheers. Sending much love, hugs, and kisses to you as well.
All right. Same to you.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us for this week's episode of GW3 Voices, the talk show. I am Renee Noor, and it has been a true blessing to be your host alongside with all of those amazing faces of the phenomenal Global Women Wealth Warriors. We look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, make sure you join us in the clubhouse, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where we'll be for additional motivation, inspiration, and my goodness, we're going to make sure you take massive action so therefore you can be an impact and become unforgettable. Thank you so very much.